So LG just released the LG Stylo 5, and it came out first on Cricket with like absolutely no change, but the battery is a little bit larger, and I think the RAM. Everything else is pretty much the same. And the stylus pen has some updates. Have some more features added, but overall the same phone. I was mad just like everybody else, but I knew that Cricket and Boost would get the weaker phones. So they released for Boost the next day. So what I'm about to get into, people, is the LG Stylo 5 Plus. The link for this article will be in the description. So, just like I was telling everyone, Boost and Cricket are considered prepaid retailers. And yes, they would get the prepaid version, I guess you can call that, of the Stylo 5. Now, with that out of the way, and it's still overall a good phone, but the price I think is just too much for the Boost and Cricket version. And I agree with people, they didn't overhaul it. Now, what you did see, there were leaks also of another phone, because there were several models that got leaked, and this model that you saw was the LG Stylo 5 Plus, and I'm going to give you some information on that. So LG Stylo 5 and LG Stylo 5 Plus renders were leaked on the web. The renders show new silver color options. Its side button and bezel look the same as the previous design of LG Stylo 4. But from the rendering of this exposure, we could see it may come with a stylus support, which may be a big selling point under the mediocre appearance of the Stylo 5, which we already know. So we have already seen the LG Stylo 5 for Boost and Cricket. So what we're wondering about is the LG Stylo 5 Plus. So let's talk about that. Now, the LG Stylo 5 has been on sale for $229 from Cricket, and Boost has it a little bit cheaper. So, and it's a 6.2 inch, has a notchless display, and just like the Stylo 4, it has the same full HD screen, and it's like nothing really changed. But the Stylo 5 will be followed by the Plus version, namely the LG Stylo 5 Plus. So what different specs will LG Stylo 5 Plus offer? Are there any expecting major upgrade in design and performance? Should you wait for the Plus edition? So I'll tell you this. The design, let's start with that. You have the headset of the Stylo 5 already is at 6.30 by 3.6 by 0.33 inches. It comes with a 6.2 inch screen and sizable bezels and a 79.8% screen to body ratio. No, there's no notch, slider, or any other intricate front camera placement on the LG Stylo 5. Instead, the selfie shooter sits comfortably on the upper panel and on the back. You get the single rear camera setup with the flash placed right below the camera. There's also a fingerprint sensor on the back. And here's a picture of that. So, how different would the LG Stylo 5 Plus be? It's hard to say. It is hard to say, but I'll tell you this. From what I have already found, there would not be a lot of difference in design. and I could show you why. This is what I found out. And once again, Amazon tells all their secrets. Amazon gets stuff way in advance because Amazon is top shotter in its retail, well, period, in selling anything all over the world. So Amazon already have started making LG Stylo 5 Plus cases. And yes, this is how I found out that they were already, well, they already had made the LG Stylo 5 because Amazon had the cases made at least a month and a half before they even start talking about the leaks. Yeah. So as you can see here, you got the LG Stylo 5/5 Plus case. And notice, right where I circled that 5 Plus case. Now, this is the reason that I said you won't see too much difference in the screen to body ratio. You might see a little bit, maybe an inch wider. That'll be about it, but not too much difference. Here's another case, and they have a lot of cases, people, for the LG Stylo 5 Plus. A lot. So this is like certified, guaranteed to come out. It's a Plus coming out. You could bet your last dollar on it. And you see the difference here. They have cases, as I circled this one for you too. As you can see right here, it's just LG Stylo 5 case. You can get all the 5 cases you want, but it's something that's made specifically for the Plus. Like I said, it could be an inch different than 5. It's something that the cases are made specifically for, and I'm thinking maybe it's just like an inch bigger. Could be a 6.3 phone, something like that. But you could definitely tell the difference if you look on Amazon to see a lot of them. But that's one of the key points that I was telling everybody. I don't think it's too much of a difference that will be in the design. Pretty much it'll be the same design. Now let's get to specs. So the Stylo 5 is running on that Qualcomm 450 Snapdragon, and the 5 has 3 gigabytes of RAM, and a lot of the LG Stylo 4s came out with 2, so they actually gave people an extra gigabyte of RAM. So there are speculations and rumors that the Plus will have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I want you guys to be mindful as well. There are different models of this phone still due out. So I know with the anticipation, everybody instantly wanted to give it an L. I can't give any phone a loss or an L until I see every version of that phone. I just can't do that. That's kind of unfair. But I really don't like the Cricket version. And there's nothing different about the Boost version. So I guess I wouldn't like either one of those. I need more power for one. But I still think that those phones are good for people that didn't buy the LG Stylo 4 or 3. Now, if you already have the 4 Plus, you don't really need just the regular Stylo 5. I wouldn't even buy that one, to be honest. But if you missed out on the 3 or the 4, yeah, go cop that. It's still a good phone overall. Now, back to the specs. There are predictions and rumors that the LG Stylo 5 Plus will have 4 gigabytes of RAM. And the unlocked version will probably have the most power as far as processor. That probably will have that 600 Snapdragon, if they actually have one that powerful, because there was a lot of rumors and speculations. But we know there's a Plus, so the Plus will either have a beefed up phone with more memory. This is what I'm predicting, and rumors. I've been doing research. It will have more RAM and more memory. Instead of the 32, you would more than likely see 64 gigabytes of internal, 4 gigabytes of RAM, more than likely a bigger screen, and some small other features. And you're probably going to pay like $299 for it. Now, like I said, the unlocked version will probably give you more than that and will cost more. But I could see them easily doing that with the Plus, giving 4 gigabytes of RAM, giving 64 gigabytes of internal storage. And we're talking about like for the Metro PCS or T-Mobile version, because they definitely will be getting it next. It's out of those two, unless AT&T hit them with a curveball and just start charging $400 for a 635 processor. You don't know what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. But we do know there's a Plus. So we don't know the exact specs, but we know the Plus is always better than the original. Facts. It will be better than what you just saw. Maybe not by a whole lot, but it will be better. And the reason, people, that LG is continuously sticking with that same design is kind of similar to what Apple did, or is still doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. People are still buying it. So once they stop selling a shitload of these phones, because they sell a lot for that price, millions and millions all over the world, they would have to invest more into it. And for the people that's thinking this will be their Note substitute, no. Nothing on the market can compete with the Note. The Note is in a whole, Samsung Galaxy Note is in a whole another competition by itself. It has no competition. But this is the bargain Note. Like, if you like jotting stuff down, this is, you have to deal with it. This is as close as it's going to get into the Note actually gets competition. But you would definitely need a phone or a phablet that has every bit of a Snapdragon 800 is something that just even get in that lane. And that's just not it, even the beginning, because you have to deal with how beautiful the screen is. It's just so much the Note has going, and the S Pen is just a whole nother topic. So don't even try to even, satisfy your appetite by thinking this can even compete with having a Note. Just go get you a Note. I mean, all the way from the Note 1 on up. Either Note is great, but this is an alternative. It's a bargain Note. Let's look at it that way. But I know what people want. They want more for that price, and that is a lot. I see that. That's a lot. But you guys can rest assured, there is an LG Stylo 5 Plus that's on its way. Rumors has it somewhere between the middle of July and the end of July. And we don't know exactly who would get it, because this is the thing. When they released the Cricket version of the LG Stylo 5, no advertisement, just said, hey, it's in stores. So I think they actually have these in the stores now and just don't want to put them on the shelf. So until they're ready, because it's all about selling out. If you just pull something out people want, guess what, people? They will sell out, because they don't have no reviews on them. You don't know what's in them. Believe it or not, Cricket still made money off of those. Until like the day after, they probably didn't sell as many. But as soon as they popped out, people went and bought them because of the anticipation. But what do you guys think? Will the LG Stylo 5 Plus be a whole lot better than the LG Stylo 5? Like this video, leave your comments. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Later.